Hey, Browns fans, welcome into Training Camp Insider, live from the Greenbrier in West Virginia. Nathan Zegura alongside the voice of your Cleveland Browns, Jim Donovan. And Jim, training camp fully underway. We saw the pads today, but Mother Nature said, you're going to have to change your plans a little bit, Browns.
Yeah, my 5-day forecast came through here. Rain, 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 rain. And amazing. The staff got this field ready to be played upon. They went on turf today, which was good for them. But I'll tell you what, really, they got their work done.
Yeah, practice originally scheduled for around 11 o'clock had to be moved up to 8:45 in the morning due to the weather. They got it all out there, and today was the first day in pads, Jim. But as Kevin Stefanski even said last week, we're going to ease them in. Today was kind of about having the feeling of wearing pads. No team periods at all. A little special teams, but for the most part, it was just about the guys going through a lot of individual periods.
Yeah, they also did kind of running in pads to kind of get used to the balance of wearing the pads. And I know they're football players and they've done this all their lives, but, you want it done right and you want to be precautionary in all of this. And so there's a method to everything that's going on here.
There's no doubt. And I think kind of getting these guys acclimated and keeping them on the field is priority number one, and I think Kevin Stefanski very cognizant of that.
Yeah, tough break for Brian Allen.
Yes.
The center got hurt, and so he's going to get taken care of right now. And, you just hope you don't have one of these camps where the injuries come and they kind of stack up on you.
Yeah, so far, so good. And so we didn't see any teamwork today, no 7-on-7s, no 11-on-11s. Those will come in pads as the week progresses, Jim. But in the first few days, we did see some really good work. And I thought Deshaun Watson has looked very comfortable out there and has thrown the ball very well.
Yeah, really, with a lot of pop and, not taking any time off either. I know they were easing into the rehab process for him, but I think he's looked really good. Very, very decisive about what he wants to do. The ball is out, and I mean out very, very quickly.
It is, and often it goes to Amari Cooper, and I know you were very happy to see that resolve the contract situation and see number 2 out there.
Yeah, that's a good combo. I mean, that's a good where to put the ball. That's a very, very good thing. So, no, it's great to see him back. He comes back, and he always practices. I mean, he really does. He always practices.
He's always open and a great target, obviously, for the quarterback. Let's flip it over to the defense. What's jumped out to you about this defense so far?
I think the fact that they really are all back together with, some good additions, but they're all back together, and there's really a cohesive part to the whole thing, I think.
Absolutely. I mean, you think about your top 5 safeties from a year ago are all back. Your top 4 corners from a year ago are all back. JOK and a lot of the guys in that linebacker room are back. And then basically the entire defensive line, all 5 defensive ends are back. Most of your defensive tackles are back. There's an incredible depth over there. And you're seeing a little bit different, a little change up front where you're going to use more of a traditional nose tackle, I think, at times than we did a year ago, playing to Dalvin's strengths. But, boy, I'll tell you what, Jim Schwartz and Andrew Berry are going to have some tough decisions because there are a lot more than 25, 26, 27 NFL quality players on that defense.
Boy, there simply are not a lot of spots
that
are available on this team right now. Back to the defensive line, they are always together. Yep. I mean, they are around the clock together, aren't they?
Yeah, and that's one of the things they like about the Greenbrier, but you can see it whenever we go into that tent to our left for a meal, the defensive line is all together, and they are having a very, very good time. And
can't get into the card game.
No, we are not invited. That's
We're
okay.
Not in.
That's
We're not
okay.
in the card game.
No, but when you have a defensive line like that, you know what it does? It makes it easier for guys on the back end, easier for the playmakers because they know the ball's got to come out quickly from the quarterback. And one of those playmakers is our guy, Grant Delpit. Jim and I were able to catch up with him a little bit earlier today. Take a listen. Very happy now to be joined by Browns safety Grant Delpit. And Grant, first of all, great to see you back out there on the field, and congrats on the big contract. Don't know if we've gotten to talk to you since then. What's it been like for you, kind of a whirlwind? Get that deal, unfortunately get injured, and now getting back and getting ready for 2024.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I talked to you guys, man. How you doing? Season didn't end how we wanted to. Of course, I got injured, but, we were able to take care of the contract. I'll be here for a few years to come. And, can't wait for those times, man. But, we got to capitalize on with the team that we have right now. That's what we're working at the moment.
I'm getting to be an old man, and you threw me for a loop. New number, huh? Number 22, no longer. Now to the number 9. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I just had to – I always wanted a single-digit number. Yeah. When I came to the league, that wasn't the rule. But, I wore 9 in college. So kind of getting back to my old roots and, looking good with a little swag.
Number feel good? Does a number feel good?
A number does a lot for you. A number does a lot for your mental. It does a lot for you. Maybe not for fans, but for a player, how you look is a lot. So hopefully, get back into things and have a great year.
How'd it feel to get the pads on today?
It felt good. It was a slight day though, in my opinion.
Sure.
Coach kind of took care of us, helped us get used to being in the pads. So I didn't get to hit anybody, but we're gonna say that for down the road.
We've talked to guys that have just come into the team. This is their first year coming into the team. And they've all said, hey, everybody's been great welcoming us in. But when we talk to guys that have been on that defense from last year, there is that feeling of, wow, we really want to, go a little bit farther, a lot farther maybe in the playoffs. That playoff game really stuck in your mind.
Not good enough, I know we had some injuries and stuff like that, but we held ourselves to a high standard as we did all last year, man. And it's a new year, new team, new faces, so everybody got to gel together. It starts over, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Have you enjoyed getting to be around your teammates here back at the Greenbrier? Obviously, that was one of the things that you guys talked about a lot last year, the bonding that had. Are you getting that again this year?
Of course, it's just getting started. It's our third day or fourth day. What is it? Third or fourth day?
Fourth day.
Fourth day. Days
they all run together.
They all run together, right?
Yes.
So I don't even know what day it is today, but I know I'm with my teammates, my brothers, man. So we try to gel together and do what we got to do to win these games.
What about the coming into this division once again this year and how it looks and how difficult it is and the roadmap of getting through each and every time you play one of those teams? It's really a rivalry.
Yeah, right. Everybody want to come to the AFC North, man.
Stay away.
Yeah, stay away. Nah, we like the competition, though. I think we definitely have the best division in football.
Yeah.
And to be the best team in the best division in football, we got to put the work in now. We're not comparing ourselves to anybody else. We take care of what we got to take care of here, and that's going to take care of us down the road.
All right, you can catch the full interview with Grant Delpit tonight at 7 p.m. on the Browns YouTube channel and the Browns website. And, Jim, I know that you enjoyed talking to Grant. I know you enjoy watching Grant.
Yeah, I do. I love watching a player grow up right in front of our eyes. And, they arrived from LSU in his case, and then all of a sudden you see them getting better and better. And then there was, I think, a point last season when it was like a wow factor. I mean, he is really making plays.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's so versatile. Remember, we lost him that rookie year, tears his Achilles out there at training camp. You don't get to see him, and then finally comes back, and to your point, gets better and better. And, we talked about that man coverage and how much he improved there. He can play the run very well. He's a great blitzer. He makes plays in the backfield. He's one of those kind of do-it-all safeties.
Yeah, and really feeling Cleveland now, huh? Downtown guy, feels the winning, and boy, I'll tell you what, Grant, if it continues, it's going to be loud downtown.
It is going to be very loud, and I'm excited to see him along with Juan Thornhill because both of them suffered injuries. We know McLeod also suffered an injury at the end of the year, but Juan really was never 100% with that calf, and if you can be with those corners, if we can have our safeties at 100%, this can be it already is elite, but it can be the best back end in football, bar none.
Yeah, that's a good point about Thornhill. I mean, he really was never really the guy that you anticipated that he was going to be coming over from Kansas City. So, hopefully health-free, good health for him, and great play from him.
All right, so training camp today, first day in pads, but we talked about it already. A light practice, mostly focused on the individual stuff, no team action. Did anything stand out to you today?
Yeah, it's amazing they were able to get out there and do
Yes.
it. I mean, there was heavy, heavy rain all throughout the night and into the morning, and boy, they always turn it into something really good. I mean, rainy day, guess what? We're going to learn how to play in the rain.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got to do it. So they moved down to the turf field today. As you can see behind us, there's still some water on the fields, and it's wild because Sunday was a perfect day here in West Virginia. Today, a little bit of rain, but they got that working. Offensively, I like some of the things we're seeing. We talked about what's going to be different with Ken Dorsey, and, well, we saw some of it. Those kind of RPOs where it could be an inside zone, or you can throw, if they take it, or an outside zone, if they take it across formation, out of shotgun, or you can throw that bubble screen on the outside. Those are things that are easy drive starters, have the potential to be big plays, and are things that really weren't in our offense the last few years.
Yeah, there were two things that I noticed right now about the offense. Ball out very quickly.
Yep.
And really pressing the edges, the border, the boundary, getting that ball out there. Now you need an offensive line or you need tight ends that can get out there and help. But those are the two things I notice right now.
You got to make them defend
Right.
every single blade of grass, and that's something we saw. Really no team period at all today in the pads. That'll be coming up here in the next few days. But we did see a little bit of contact in the special teams. And Bubba Ventrone actually walked by our set a moment ago, wanted to know how we thought the drill looked. It looked good, but that kickoff is going to be exciting this year.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, we're all going to learn about it. It's an education, I think, for all of us. But it's back in the game. I mean, really, instead of being like a ceremonial play where, you just kick the ball out of the end zone, put the ball out at the, 35-yard line or whatever, 25-yard line, and now you're going to really, you'll see some returns. They are back.
And
they wanted to be back.
They want them back. They will be back. And I'm excited. I've really pretty much gotten to just hear you say, out of the end zone, touchback, we'll take it at the 25. I'm going to hear you call some kick returns.
It's a real letdown, isn't it? I mean, you build up a crescendo to what's going to happen, and then all of a sudden, these guys could kick it out of the stadium, never mind, into the end zone. So I think that's going to be great. I really do. A good level of excitement added to the game.
One thing that we do know from our time up here at the Greenbrier is that these Browns practices are going to be efficient. Everybody's going to be where they need to be, and a lot of that speaks to the organization of the Browns head coach, Kevin Stefanski, who announced earlier this week he will, in fact, call plays. We had him mic'd up. Take a listen.
Ready to roll? Good. Good work, fellas. Good work, good work, good work. Lock in, fellas. Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in. Stay square, Mike. Mike, always stay square in the perimeter. Because if you go like this, you're telling the receiver he's got one place to go. You go like this, now he can dip inside and go outside. Good eyes, good eyes, good eyes. He'll never get there, Sid. If he goes outside, unless you just don't touch him, he won't get there. Right? So stay square. Good job, good job, good job. Palms out there. Anybody know where the nearest pawn shop is?
There's probably a few out here.
What do you think we could get for it?
Is there a diamond in there?
Yeah. What do you think? A grand? A couple grand?
It depends if it's real or fake, dog.
Go on. Some of your teammates wanted me to take this to the pawn shop. I said I would never do that to you. All right, hey, listen up. Hey, fellas, down here we have a get-to mentality. We get to practice. We get to come down here to West Virginia, just us, under one roof, all right? We get to work, and I appreciate how you work, all right? So we got off that airplane, got that plane right out of us. Tomorrow, we're gonna ramp it up a little bit more, okay? But focus is I get to work when I'm down here. I get to. That's our mentality. That's how we operate. Team on three. 1, 2, 3.
Jim, Kevin Stefanski, two-time coach of the year, really complete control leading this organization, and it's great to see kind of his personality and that efficiency that he brings translating on the field.
There are all kinds of temperaments for coaches. There's rah-rah, tough, hard guys. I don't know. He is a businessman. I mean,
Yes.
he is
A CEO.
Yeah, a CEO, but very controlled, very organized, very smart.
Absolutely.
Very smart. I want him on Jeopardy with me.
I think he would do very well. But you mentioned those temperaments, and it's cool because you've got the way that Kevin Stefanski approaches it. You have the way Jim Schwartz approaches it. And then also you have a coach out there who's doing blocking drills, who's running up and down the field in drops, and Mike Vrabel, who David Njoku said earlier today, he's got kind of that old school hands-on mentality.
He's awesome.
It's
awesome. Yeah,
awesome.
he really is. It's been fun watching him. He has been kind of reborn.
Yes.
Don't you think?
He's having the time of his life.
Yeah, he's back coaching. He's on the grass, as they say.
And speaking of on the grass, the Browns will be back, hopefully, on the grass tomorrow. And I think things are really going to start to ramp up. Today was kind of an acclimation to the pads, and I expect as we continue here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at the Greenbrier, we're going to see things ramp up, see some more team action here, especially in the pads as the week goes on.
And, I think they're ready for it.
Yes.
I mean, I think they want to get going. They want to get ramped up. We're ready to go. We're in our pads. Let's go.
Yeah, and you heard Kevin Stefanski. It's that get-to mentality. We get to practice. We get to put in work. We get to play football, and hopefully we're going to get to see them put in some great work here over the coming days.
Oh, I think we will. I mean, really, I think it's been really well done so far.
There's no doubt. This is a talented football team, and I think all of us just want to kind of fast forward to September the 8th against the Dallas Cowboys, put this team in bubble wrap, but there's work
Grant
to do.
Did. Don't you think Grant did?
Grant was ready.
Yeah, he's ready
he
for the
is
Cowboys.
Absolutely ready to go. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition of Training Camp Insider presented by Snapple.